Right now, you're taking a live look at the White House, where it's been a busy day for the president. Happening now, Americans in the Middle East are being told to shelter in place. This comes after the U.S. and Israel launched strikes on Iran in an attempt to take down Iran's regime. Iran has launched retaliatory attacks targeting U.S. military facilities in nearby countries. This is just the first wave of what is to be expected. Multiple attacks. Iranian state media says more than 200 people were killed today and hundreds more were injured. Jen Sullivan has details.
Smoke filling the air in Iran's capital of Tehran Saturday, following a massive and coordinated missile attack launched by the U.S. and Israel. President Donald Trump saying the strikes killed Iran's supreme leader.
They've rejected every opportunity to renounce their nuclear ambitions, and we can't take it anymore.
Trump saying the attack was a move designed to cripple the country's nuclear program and overthrow the government.
Some call this aggression. We call it necessity. We call it survival.
In response, Iran launching a wave of retaliatory strikes on U.S. and Israeli targets across the Middle East. This comes on the heels of massive protests across Iran calling for the end of the Islamic regime. Thousands of people were reportedly killed by Iranian security forces during the weeks of unrest. Crowds of Iranian Americans and others cheering in Los Angeles following the news that Iran's supreme leader was killed.
We want democracy, the end of terrorism, and we want the world to pay attention and be with us.
President Trump, thank you!
Similar celebrations held in D.C., including outside the U.S. Treasury's office. But in New York,
Are you ready to march?
Anti-war protests were held in Times Square Saturday. The attacks also sparking mixed reactions from world leaders. The Prime Minister of Canada supporting the U.S. and Israel, calling Iran the principal source of instability and terror throughout the Middle East. Others more critical. The President of France calling it dangerous for all. EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen saying she's going to hold security meetings on Monday. I'm Jen Sullivan reporting.
Lawmakers in both parties are calling for a war powers vote in Congress and a detailed briefing. Meanwhile, reaction from Democratic lawmakers across the state today have responded to the U.S.'s involvement. Senator Jeff Merkley released a statement to KTVZ, which in part read, "Donald Trump is not a king. These strikes are wrong and unauthorized." Senator Ron Wyden told KTVZ News, "Donald Trump is unilaterally dragging us into another costly and deadly war in the Middle East that the American people don't want." Congresswoman Janelle Bynum said there is no confusion that Iran's regime is a bad actor in the Middle East, sponsoring terror against the U.S. and repressing their own people. But the answer is not another endless war.